ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Steve Ask Why. Now, you know me. I don't run from real conversations. I don't hide behind polite small talk. I go straight to the heart of things, even when it's uncomfortable. And today, we're talking about something that people tiptoe around, or worse, talk about without really knowing anything. Today's question is simple but deep. Why do people misunderstand Islam? I ain't a scholar, I ain't an imam, I ain't trying to preach. I'm just a man who's seen the world, met different people, different faiths, different lifestyles, and I learned something powerful. People fear what they don't understand, and they misunderstand what they don't take the time to learn. Let me tell you something. Most people who talk bad about Islam, they don't know a single thing about it, not one chapter, not one teaching, not one practice. They learn religion from headlines, from rumors, from folks who ain't done even 10 minutes of reading. And headlines don't tell truth. Headlines tell drama. Headlines tell fear. Headlines sell emotions, not facts. You ever talk to somebody who's convinced they're right about something they ain't never studied? That's half of social media right there. Now listen, I've met hundreds of Muslims in my life, real everyday people, not politicians, not extremists, not whatever nonsense the news shows. I'm talking moms, dads, workers, teachers, kids, families. And let me tell you, they're some of the kindest, most grounded, most humble people I ever met. I've seen Muslims feed neighbors who weren't even Muslim. I've seen Muslims help strangers like they family. I've seen brothers and sisters who protect each other with loyalty deeper than blood. And I'm sitting there like, why don't people see this side? You ever watch a Muslim pray? Man, 5 times a day, 5 times. You know how disciplined you gotta be for that? Most folks can't stick to a gym routine for 2 days. Half of y'all can't even stick to a diet till Friday. But Muslims, no matter how tired they are, no matter how stressed, no matter what chaos the world's in, they stop, wash their hands, wash their face, calm their mind, and they talk to God. That kind of discipline, that kind of peace, that kind of devotion, it's beautiful. You know what the word Islam means? Peace, submission to God, that's the foundation. But you say Islam to folks and watch their face, they flinch, they tense up, they think danger. That ain't religion, that's conditioning. I once asked someone, name one Muslim you personally met who harmed you. They went quiet because fear ain't coming from experience, it's coming from ignorance. And Ramadan, Lord have mercy. Fasting from sunrise to sunset, no food, no water, no coffee, no snack, hiding in the desk drawer, nothing, but still working, still studying, still praying, still smiling. You gotta respect that. I've seen Muslims break their fast with tears in their eyes, not because they're hungry, but because they're grateful. Grateful for food, grateful for family, grateful for breath, grateful for God. One thing I admire, Islam puts family first. Parents honored like royalty, mothers respected like queens, fathers protectors and providers, children raised with discipline and love. You walk into a Muslim home and you'll see something rare these days: unity, strength, respect. You know what the problem is? People look at 1% of bad and pretend it represents the 99% of good. But that ain't true. That ain't fair. Every community got bad apples. Every faith got extremists. Every culture got someone who don't act right. But you don't judge a whole religion by the people who ignore it. You judge a belief by the people who practice it right. I remember one time I was going through something heavy. Life was hitting me hard, and a Muslim friend told me, brother, when your heart feels heavy, put your head on the ground and talk to God. Now, I ain't Muslim, but that advice, that touched me. There's wisdom there, real wisdom. So, why do people misunderstand Islam? Because they listen to noise instead of truth. Because they judge before learning. Because they rely on stereotypes instead of stories. And because, and this is the biggest one, they don't sit with Muslims. They don't ask. They don't talk. They don't see the humanity. If you take anything from this episode, let it be this. Don't judge a faith by the headlines. Judge it by the people who live it. Talk to a Muslim. Ask questions. Listen to their stories. You'll find peace. You'll find humility. You'll find beauty. This is Steve Asked Why. And today, we ask why people misunderstand Islam. Maybe the real answer is simple. If we learn to understand each other instead of fear each other, the world would finally look like the place God intended it to be. Thank you for listening. Stay curious, stay kind, and stay blessed.